Hi, I'm tbartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. Your source for Ford news, update, and information, including your Ford F-150 Lightning information, because the order banks are now opened up for the 26 model year. And you can place an order with your local dealer, as well as with us. We are doing a special, we're doing invoice pricing if you want to order with us, and we'll take $1,000 off as well. And I figured this is a great opportunity to be able to showcase and talk about what is standard equipment plus what's different packages and standalone options available for this year, because it is different than last year. In fact, this video, we're doing one specific on each trim level. We did one yesterday on the Pro. This one today is on the STX trim level. It is a new trim level for 26 model year, and there's not really anything out there that goes over this much. And so we're going to talk about everything you're getting as standard equipment, so there's no surprises for you when you place that order with your local dealer. So and let's talk about this, because as I mentioned, there's really nothing online. If you look at the 25 F-150 Lightning, or the F-150 Lightning page here, 25 model year is what they have. There's nothing on the 26 model year, because what they're doing this year, or for 26, is that they'll have the build and price available when they start production of the vehicle, which for the F-150 Lightning is going to be like the last week of December. And so you won't be able to see a build and price configure on their website until then. But I have something for you. I have saved you. I got something set up on our website for this. So you can go to our website and go down to F-150 Lightning down here, and it will pop up on a separate page there, and that you get this information on this Lightning. Now, a little bit things different from our website than what Ford does is Ford, you can, see all aspects, turn the vehicle around, kind of things like that. You won't be able to do that with this, but this gives you the basic, all the facts, all the figures, all the details for this model year, and it is up to date as of currently right now. So you can see STX trim is going to be starting at 63,345, and that's where it's going to be available. If I click in here now, this image, I'll need to get them updated. Like I said, this is they're actually using the XLT image for this, and I'll get them one. We're going to actually use some media images, because I do have some images I can show you on this, and when we get to the exterior and interior features that we'll highlight. But this is how you can configure this and see what it's going to price, and see the colors, options, and everything right here. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. First, let's talk about some of the mechanical features for this year, and for the STX trim level. Now, unlike the XLT, this one will not be a standard range 98 kilowatt battery. This is going to be the extended range 123 kilowatt battery on this, similar to what you see in the Flash edition. So you don't have to go up to the Flash to get this extended range. And by the way, this is your off-road trim. This is the one with the cloth seats and the off-road capabilities. And you're going to see that as we go through this. We'll have the dual motors for your charge capabilities, just like you'd expect in the Lightning of the past. This is the same way. It does have the CCS charge port, so that gives you the level 2 charging port with a round plug there with 120 volt, 240 volt, but also the DC fast current by being able to flip that flap down, and then you can use a DC fast charger to fast charge this. Now, for your level 2 charging, it will have a 48 amp single onboard charging. So that'll have a peak level 2 charging rate of 11.2 kilowatt. So if you're out there wanting the 80 amp charger, it doesn't matter. You're going to max out at 48 amps, because this has the single onboard charger. So the only way to get the dual charger is with the Pro version that we talked about yesterday. All right. Also, don't forget about, it's going to be standard 4x4. In fact, for the STX, it's going to come standard with the rear locking differential. So rear locking differential with the hill descent control as well. Standard equipment. Of course, one pedal drive, regenerative braking, just like you'd expect. We have the, of course, fully boxed steel frame here. We have independent rear suspension with the rear semi trailing arm. Heavy duty front shocks, and we do have front and rear coil springs, front and rear stabilizer bar. So this is going to have such a great ride. We do have the vapor injection heat pump as well, so that'll help with cold climates. And then standard equipment, this has changed a little bit for this year. Pro Power on board. 2 kilowatt propel on board. So what that's going to mean is you're going to have two different circuits here. So you're going to have a 2.4 kilowatt circuit for your cab. Actually, I think they all share the same. So you're going to, in the front, or in the cab, I should say, you're going to get two outlets, one in the front area on the dash, and then also one behind the console. And then you're also going to get 6 USB ports, and there's 2 behind the console and 2 up front. I believe 2 on the dash and in the media bin area. Now there'll also be 4 outlets in the front area, no USB ports in there for this year. And then in the bed, we'll have 2 outlets back there as well. So we'll talk about ways if you want to upgrade from that and you want the bigger one, that is an option on the STX. So we'll be available there. So now let's talk about some of the safety features here. We do have for the driver and passenger airbags. It has a dual stage airbag, so deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. We have a driver and passenger seat mounted side impact airbag. So if you have that side collision, that T-bone, it's going to deploy the airbag to help protect those occupants. The safety canopy side curtain airbag for first and second row coverage. That's going to deploy down from the roof line and help from breaking glass and such. Now, something that's a kind of a nice safety feature, since these are so quiet and there's not an engine that's running, you do have the audible vehicle alert system that alerts pedestrians when you're backing up. So also, we do have the advanced track with roll stability control, and it does get curve control to help keep you going on your intended path. So it uses a series of brakes on the wheel that it needs to keep you going if you're going, in that curve too fast or need help. We do also have pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. That's going to get the pedestrian detection, the forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support. So if you're going along and the vehicle in front of you is going slower and you're not paying attention, maybe talking to your friend, and they're stopped, and you would hit them at your current speed, it's going to alert you with that forward collision warning. It's going to light up the dash, series of tones that you need to stop, preloads the brakes. That's what the dynamic brake support does, so that when you hit the brakes, you're going to brake a lot quicker. And also does pedestrian detection. If you're going under a certain speed, will detect any pedestrians as well, just like if it was a vehicle there for you. We also do get the camera-only emergency braking oncoming. And so that's if a vehicle is oncoming, is like in your lane coming towards you, it's going to alert you, but it won't brake the vehicle. So just so you're aware of that. Intersection assist, it's going to come if you're going to be turning on the intersection, maybe you can't see that vehicle, maybe it's in a blind spot of another vehicle and you're coming along, it will brake if the system sees that there's somebody coming and you would collide with them. Post collision braking, so if you're in an accident and it'll brake the vehicle after your accident. SOS post crash alert system, that's going to honk the horns, flash the lights if you're in an accident off the side of the road. We do have lane keeping system. Now it's going to include a lane keeping alert, the lane keeping assist, driver alert, and road edge detection. So what all these systems are going to do is it's going to help try to keep you in your lane. For you, there is an alert system that will let you leave your lane, but it vibrate the steering wheel when you leave, you go over that line. Whereas the assist will help try to keep you in your lane. And then the driver alert will alert you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often. And then road edge detection, as you get close to the edge of the road, it's going to detect and it's going to alert you that you're getting close to the edge. So those are all systems. Of course, you do have to activate this lane keeping system. Some of these alerts you can set up alert, aid, or both. The driver alert can be activated or deactivated. You do that in your settings. And this can be activated with or without your cruise control on. And then perimeter alarm, that's going to, if when you lock that vehicle up, it's going to secure the vehicle. If someone tries to, shake the vehicle, take the wheels, something like that, it's going to honk the horns, flash the lights, let people know that someone's trying to take your vehicle. All right, now we've covered all the safety features. Let's get into the exterior styling, and I do have this pulled up here, and I can kind of show you some images that I have from Ford Media. So starting on the front, we do have the front grille is going to be molded in color with a grabber blue accents. So you'll have that grabber blue accent cross there. So really differentiate. It makes it look different than like the Pro version. Now you'll have the power up and down front hood. So that front hood will power up and down, giving you that mega power frunk inside. The big frunk area, again, 4 outlets in there. You'll have a little bin in there, little thing where you can make that a cooler, right, to put things in, and you can put all kinds of stuff in there. We do have auto lamps. So Automatic auto lamp means they'll come on when it gets dark. They'll shut off when it gets light. They're LED projector headlights with dynamic bending, which means that as you turn, it's going to light up where you're turning to go to. Also, you do have daytime running lights. It can be configured to be on during the daytime. You also have auto high beams. So if it's dark outside, then those high beams will come on. If someone approaches you, it'll automatically shut them off. So it'll turn them on and off for you, so you don't have to keep hitting your brights. The bumper you'll see is going to be the black bumper like we do see in the Pro version. Front tow hooks as well on the front up there. And you do get 360-degree cameras, so you can see completely around you, the camera under each of the side mirrors, under the front emblem, and the back, so you can see all the way around, which comes in handy, especially if you're towing. You also have the camera on the back of the cab, so you can see as you're backing up into any kind of fifth wheels if you want to do that and that kind of thing. We also do have for the wheels. Let's move this image over. So, also you do get decals on this, STX on the hood up there. So that'll look real sharp. So you'll have that with the grabber blue accent on there in the black. So now the color, by the way, you're seeing here is the argon blue. We'll get into colors in a little bit. This is the new color for this year, is argon blue. So that's a new color for this year. Now let's talk about the wheels. They are an 18-inch matte black painted aluminum wheel. Looks great with the 275/65 R18 all-terrain tire pressure monitoring system. Also, you do get four-wheel disc brakes with ABS, and we will be getting a tire inflator and sealant kit that'll be located in the front storage compartment. Well, from the factory, it'll come that way. You can put it wherever you want, but spare tire will be an option. We'll get into that a little bit later. Right there. Mirrors. So the side mirrors is a molded in black mirror cap. We do also have the manual folding mirror, power glass, and heat on that mirror. And you get the turn signal indicator, and you do get the side mirror spotlights as well. So you'll have two buttons inside, one for each side for the spotlights on the side. We do have also the blind spot assist, the blind spot monitoring system with cross traffic alert, and the blind spot monitoring with the trailer coverage. So let's go through these. Blind spot information system, it means if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of their mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. But as you try to move from that lane and there's somebody over there, the blind spot assist will in a sense fight you to keep you into that lane. It'll resist it, make it difficult for you to go over that line. Now the cross traffic alert is you're backing up. It'll someone's going to cross your path behind you. It'll alert you and let you know that there's someone that's going to be there. And then the trailer coverage of your blind spot as well. So if you have a trailer, it'll monitor the blind spot of your trailer. So your door handles are going to be black door handles. We also have keyless entry as well, but it will not be the intelligent access. So you're just going to unlock it and then get in. You will have push button start once we get inside. And we do have unique off-road running boards. So there you go. Textured running boards like you would see on the Tremor. So say almost the exact same ones you get on the Tremor, the textured and real nice off-road running boards on this there. And then to the side, you do have the graphics as well. So here we go. So a shot of that. So you have that lightning graphics on the, of course, the hood and the bedside, which we already showed you the hood. Now on the back, you do have a center high mounted stoplight that is LED for you. You have a rear window with a fixed privacy glass, rear defrost as well on that back glass. And we do have rear view camera on the back. Of course, we 360 camera I talked about. The rear parking sensors, so you'll have those. So as you're backing up, it'll alert you if you get too close to anything. Also, you get reverse brake assist. So as you're backing up, it'll brake the vehicle if you're not paying attention to the notifications that there's someone there. The rear bumper is black as well, like the front one. So you'll see that. And the hitch is going to be a Class 4 receiver hitch, smart trailer tow connector as well. And you get the trailer sway control too. And then you get a couple of trailer features. You get the Pro Trailer Backup Assist and Hitch Assist. That uses that dial to back up your trailer using the dial. So you basically control the path of the trailer instead of using your steering wheel. It'll steer for you. And then the Hitch Assist does the same thing. If you don't have a trailer connected and you're backing up to a hitch, it'll actually use that dial to back you right up to the hitch. and even pause so you can make sure that that hitch is up high enough before you keep backing up. Trailer reverse guidance. So that's going to do is allow you to see right down the side of that trailer. So it's really cool and how it uses the 360, those cameras on the side mirrors to give you this image, which is pretty cool. The tailgate, we do have of course, it locks with the rest of the vehicle. It does have removable tailgate for you. And the tailgate does, I mentioned, locked. And then we do get the tailgate lift assist. This can make it easier for it to go up, so it's not so heavy for you. Inside, you do have four. You have four pickup tie downs in the bed to be able to tie things down, of course. And then you also have four additional pickup box plates in the side as well, on both two on both sides. And then you get the zone lighting, which will light up around the vehicle. So it uses those lights for the security approach lamp or for the side mirrors and everything else. And then the ones in the back, the front, to be able to light up around the vehicle. Works great for if you're at a job site, campsite, something like that. All right, inside, I only have like one or two images of this, but inside, you're going to get carpeted flooring with floor mats as well, scuff plates for the driver and front passenger doors as you get in. You do have illuminated entry with the overhead lighting with the fade to off interior lighting. We do have the grab handles on the A pillar as well as the B pillar on each side. And then for the seats, you will see cloth seats. So black cloth bucket seats with a grabber blue stitching and the STX accents. So you can kind of see what that looks like. Flow through console with a floor shifter. You get heated seat for the driver and front passenger, 8-way power driver seat, and with power lumbar, and a 2-way manual passenger seat with manual lumbar. 2-way adjustable head restraint, which means 2-way is 1, 2, up and down. We do have mat pockets on the back of those seats. And then in the rear seat, 60/40 split bench seat back there, so that can come up with underseat storage. So this isn't the lockable storage, by the way. So it's just an underseat storage, the small one. And then you do get power windows, one touch up and down feature for the driver and front passenger window. Power door locks include auto lock, which means after you start going a certain speed, it's going to lock them. We do get power adjustable pedals, so they electronically, those pedals can go forward and back, so it'll help for shorter drivers. 12-inch cluster display. That is what you see through the steering wheel. So they'll have a 12-inch display, with your compass display and everything else, speedometer, all that in there. Steering wheel, a manual tilt and telescoping with a manual lock. So you just pull the lever underneath, it'll go up and down, forward and back, and you lock it into place. Your steering wheel is a black premium wrapped heated steering wheel. Last year in XLT, it didn't get heat. You will get heated steering wheel with this one. Cruise control as well is included, and you do get the push button start, as I mentioned earlier. Dual zone climate, so the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures. For your stereo is an FM stereo with 6 speakers. Also gets the SiriusXM with a 360L. And this in here, with that, you get 3 months included as a trial. And then after that, you can sign up through Sirius, or I'll tell you how you can get it as optional here in a little bit when we get to optional equipment. And then Sync 4 with enhanced voice recognition system gives you the 12-inch center stack display. The information on demand, what that's going to do is you'll able to have like some information on the side. You can just swipe it over and they'll switch places. And then also to get the 911 assist, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, digital owner's manual, and conversational voice command recognition system. So digital owner's manual means that at any time when you're stopped, you can go in there and you can learn. You can just do a search and it's going to pop up and find the things that you need to do with your vehicle easy. And there's some videos in there as well that Ford has done. Conversational voice command recognition means that you can set up some different wake up words like OK Ford pass or OK Ford, and it's listening. So you don't have to press the button for it to start, giving it commands like making phone calls, texting people, or even doing the navigation and such. You can just say those words and it's listening and it's ready to go. Auto dimming rear view mirror. So that's the mirror up here. No lever to worry about. Cars come behind you with those bright lights at night. It's going to automatically dim it. The visors. So on the back side of those visors for the driver and front passenger, you have a covered mirror as well. Now, for this year, we do have the Ford connectivity package. This is new for this year for the F-150 Lightning. 1 year is included with the vehicle, and this is combining a lot of things into one, makes it nice, smooth, and easy. And Those features will include your unlimited Wi-Fi hotspot. So instead of going through like AT&T like last year, now it's all done unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots as long as you're signed up for this connected packages, which you get for first year for free. The connected nav as well. So that's that on-screen nav. You don't have to use Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Maps, and all that if you don't want. EV Trip Planner, which makes that a lot easier using the on-screen system. Live traffic, the predictive destinations and route guidance, the audio video streaming, voice assistant, and entertainment. So pretty cool on how that all works. Now we'll talk about some other ways that you can, basically after that expires, you can go to your connected services and you can renew on a yearly contract at that point. The Ford app. The Ford app is real easy. You download the app, connect your vehicle in, and you can locate where your vehicle is parked. You can see the tire pressure on your tires. You can unlock and lock the vehicle at any time from anywhere. You can also start it up in a sense of allowing it the climate and everything to start up and kind of prep your vehicle. You can schedule those charge times and start times as well through that. And you can remote climate control as well. And then that's where your charging is going to be located. Your locate and pay for charging is through that app as well. So there you go. So that's all of our standard equipment other than colors. And this is where I want to go back to our other website here. Give me just a second to remove this one, add this one. There we go. All right, so let's go back over here to our website, and you can see the colors over here. So we have the agate black, or agate black, I should say. That is going to be a no-charge color. We do also have antimatter blue. The antimatter blue will cost you $395. We actually on our website have it down here, so you can see that's going to be cost extra. Argon blue, you did see it in the images. We were just looking at that. That is a new color for this year, and that will be no cost to get that color. Carbonized gray is no cost as well. Marsh gray is a new color for this year. So that'll be a new color to like a brown color if you're looking for that. Currently, the Bronco is out with that color, and F-150, gas F-150 as well. Oxford white, typical white right there, no cost for that color. Ruby red tinted clear coat. This is a new color for this year. It is $495. This replaced the rapid red color from last year. So that no longer is available. And then we have the star white tri-coat. That is 3 coats of paint. So that'll cost $995. And that is back for this year as well. So I think there's probably a discontinued color in here. Usually they add 3, they take away 3. I think Atlas blue was available last year. It is not available this year. And I think Argon blue replaced it. And then I don't know if Avalanche was available last year or not, but it's not available, or Space White. So I'm not sure. Depends on, I get the gas and the other ones confused sometimes. Interior color will be the black with the grabber blue stitching like we did see earlier. So there you go. There's that. Now, let's talk about some different packages available for you. And let's go down here on our website. We have all those right here. We talked about the Ford Connectivity Package. You get it for 1 year included. If you want a one-time purchase, you can put this order with your vehicle, $745 for that option, and you get it does say 7 years. And that'll give you all the services and don't have to worry about them expiring after a year. So that's a way of doing that. We also do have the Max Trailer Tow Package. Now, in the other trim levels, that might include your lead locker, electronic locker, and also the hill descent control, but not on this vehicle. But what this will do is give you the integrated trailer brake controller with this package, and it increases your capability from 7,700 pounds to 10,000 pounds of towing capabilities with that package. We do have phone as a key package, not available on XLT or Flash last year. It is here for this year, $350 for that. You can see what all is included in that. You do get the keypad entry, and I believe that's going to be the stick-on keypad on the side at that price, I'd assume. But that does give you the keypad entry if you want it. Also gives you the body color door handles, and it also gives you the driver and passenger front door intelligent access. So the PEPS personal, I don't know what that stands for, but it is in what I like to call intelligent access. Ford usually calls it that. That allows you to do that key fob in your pocket, put your hands on the door handle, and unlock the vehicle when you get out. Press a little knob, and it's going to lock it up. Also, you can use phone as a key. So that's part of this. It doesn't actually show the feature, but phone is a key package, which means you can use your phone as the key, so you don't have to carry your key if you'd like. So you can set that up. And then you do have, that's why they need to have the keypad there. is because if for some reason the connectivity to the phone isn't working, you would use the keypad entry to get in, and then there is a backup password that you put and set up. So that way, if for some reason you're having some connection problems or maybe a dead phone, you can still get in and still start your vehicle with that password that you have set up. So that's how that works there. And then we also, let's see, I guess that's it for the packages, right? Phone is the key. Oh, and then down here, SiriusXM with a 360L. It's a 3-year plan, $300 for that. So you're basically prepaying for 3 years. So instead of going through Sirius and trying to negotiate with them a plan where you get $5 for the first year, and then after that, they take you back up to $20, $300 right there, 3 years, and you get the service. And then after 3 years, when you have to work with Sirius and have a higher price. Anyway, all right. Next, I want to do is talk about some standalone options. And for this, we're going to go now. This here shows factory installed options and then other options. I might get with them because I don't like the wording on that. So these here are your factory options, standalone options right now. And so we're going to go through these. Now, this first one here is an 18-inch spare tire and wheel, $175. And so you'll have that. And it does say required on here, but on here it's still showing it as optional. And it will include the connections to be able to lower your tire down and everything else like that. So there you go. The black vinyl floor covering, $250. So if you want, instead of the carpet, you want vinyl flooring, there you go. You go that route. You can do that. The fast charging adapter, the NAS adapter. So if you want to charge at those Tesla chargers, then you want to make sure you add this $200 and you get that adapter and they'll ship it to you. This is separate from the mobile cord. Last year, those were combined together. This year, they are separated. They are two separate options. I want to make sure everybody knows that. The floor liner, tray style with your carpeted mats, $200 for that. We do also have the floor liner, tray-like, $160. That means you don't get the carpeted mats. So if you know you don't use them, go with that one. Save yourself $40. The front license plate bracket. If you're on a state that requires a front license plate bracket, no charge, or it's going to be included as standard equipment. But if you're in a state like Kansas that doesn't require it and you want it, then put it on your order and it's going to be no charge and the dealer will install it for you. So there you go. And then we do have the mobile power cord. So this gives you that mobile cords for that level 2 charging, $500 for that. And again, that is separate from your NAS charger, your adapter, I mean. Pro Power Onboard 9.6 kilowatt, $1,200 for that. And so that one there is going to give you it's going to give you the 240 volts and give you 2 circuits for the bed instead of just the one. So you can see the breakdown right there. You're getting 10 outlets in the vehicle, 6 USB ports. Here's a breakdown of the circuits. You'll have a 2.4 kilowatt circuit for your frunk and cab. They'll share that. So your 4 outlets in the frunk area. Your in the cab, your 2 outlets in the cab, and all your USB ports that are in the cab. And then in the bed, you'll have 2 separate 3.6 kilowatt circuits in the bed as a breakdown. So one of them, half of them, you'll have an A and a B circuit. One will be your 240, and the other will be your 4 outlets. So your 4 regular 120 outlets. So that's a breakdown of that. And then there are also, we mentioned those graphics earlier. If you don't like the graphics, no problem. No charge option. You can delete them. So there you go. So that takes the graphics off if you like. And then the keypad. So we did talk about phone as a key, but if you're like, you know what, I don't really need intelligent access or anything, but I do want a keypad. There you go. There's your option, $225 for that. It's done at the factory, but I still think it's going to be the stick-on at that price because typically it's $400 if it's integrated into the B-pillar. So I'd assume that's probably going to be the stick-on. So just from my experience, that's what I think. The tailgate step, $430. So that's going to give you the tailgate step that comes out of the back of the tailgate, and it includes the tailgate work surface with that too. So that's going to give you the surface on the top that you can work off of and keeps it flat instead of having the ridges in your tailgate, right? So that's what that'll look like right there. All right, so now let's go back up and talk about some other factory options that you have. But these are accessories. So I like to say they're factory accessories because they are available through Ford Accessories. and then you can put them on yourself if you want. You get them later. Now the crossbed toolbox by WeatherGuard. There's a bright and there's a matte black. $1,040 for these, and there's no images of these right now. At some point they will get those on there. They did that for the Maverick for me, so at some point they will. But you'll have that. Now keep in mind, if you do get one of these, you cannot order the tonneau pickup box cover, hard, soft, or retractable that we're going to talk about in a little bit. All right, spray and bed liner, $625. It went up in price this year, so that's available if you want that spray and liner. We do have the tonneau pickup box cover. We got a hard for $1,280. We have a retractable for $2,250, or you have the soft one that's $600. So those are available. Now, those again aren't compatible with the toolboxes because the cover wouldn't fit otherwise, right? So there you go. So those again, any of these bed covers can be purchased afterwards, toolbox afterwards. Spray and liners, a lot of dealers can do them for you, but they won't have the Ford logo on the backrest. So some people like to do that from the factory because they like the look of that. All right, now move down. Let's talk about dealer installed options. And what this means is if you order these options, they will be sent to the dealer. So what happens is your vehicle gets produced, window sticker and everything. They sent the information to Ford Accessories, and then Ford Accessories then will ship the part to the dealer. And we hope as long as they have some in stock, then it'll get there before your vehicle does. Sometimes it gets there after your vehicle does, and you have to wait on it. So let's go through some of these. And so that's why I always say on these, if you can do them, get them later and do them, install them yourself, do it. That's my take on it. Otherwise, if you do understand that, for one, it could, they shouldn't charge you. That's why some people like to do this. Is I always say if it's something that you can easily put in the vehicle, just order it through Ford Accessories. But if it's something that requires an install, the install is free if you get it this way. So that is why some people do that. The ash cup with the coin holder, $55 for that. The ash cup with the lighter is $135. The bed cargo net horizontal is $90. So that's going to put a net in the bottom and use those tow hooks. And that allows you to be able to put things like luggage and stuff in the back of the bed, and then it won't fly out if you don't have a bed cover, right? Now, keep in mind, if you do order that, that is not compatible with the tonneau pickup box cover, hard or retractable. The bed mat, or wait, I'm sorry. I got off a line. Sorry. This is not compatible with the bed divider. That's the only thing. So because the bed divider will use some of the same positioning as that, so they feel like it's going to get in the way of each other. So what I'd say is if you want the bed divider, which is next, 560, but then you get the cargo net from your accessories, right? So that's what I would do. All right, bed divider. Little note there. That one is not available with the bed mat. The pivot storage box. I bet that's supposed to say instead of bed mat. It doesn't mention the bed cargo net, but it should. And then the tonneau pickup box cover, hard and retractable. So keep that in mind. The bed mat removable, $210. That is not available with the hard or retractable bed cover or the bed divider. Now, the bed divider makes sense because it may not fit under there for the bed divider. But I don't understand the bed covers. Why? But again, some of these just get them through Ford Accessories and move on. The bed tailgate lock by McArthur. So your tailgate can come down and it's removable, right? Now, if you want it down, and let's say you're hauling some stuff, but you don't want people to take your tailgate, they're expensive and they bring a lot of money, then get this for $50. Get the lock. It goes on there so that way they can't take it. And you can just leave it on there. Your tailgate can still go up and down, right? And it just stays on. Anyway, so that's available as well. First aid kit, Ford logo. That's your typical first aid kit, $60. Again, get that through Ford Accessories. I wouldn't put it on your build. The foldable pickup box bed extender, $1,030. So that's going to extend and go over your tailgate. Tailgate down, pull it over, extends your truck bed. You can fold it in as well, or you can then fold it up against the bed. Now, that is not available with your tonneau pickup box cover retractable, or your bed divider, or either of your aluminum crossbed toolboxes for some reason, even though those don't go that far. I just read the notes, folks. All right. In-vehicle safe by console vault, $430. That's going to be put a vault in your console. So if you want to put valuable belongings and you're afraid somebody might break glass, try to break into your vehicle, but you don't want them to get it like maybe a firearm, get the console vault. So, and they would install it for you. The individual trailer TPMS and customer placed trailer camera. $1,280. This one here is going to allow you as a customer to put the camera on the back of your camper and connect it to your camera system, and then also put the TPMS on your trailer. So there you go. That's an option for you there too. Normally that requires like the tow tech package or something, but it doesn't say that here for this. Pivot storage box by undercover right side. So what that's going to do is it's going to put it inside the bed. You can pull it, swing it out, and it makes a toolbox. $330. This is not available with your bed divider or the foldable pickup box bed extender. It uses the same positioning, and it's not available with the tonneau pickup box cover, hard or retractable. So a lot of these are available with the soft folding bed covers, though. If you notice that, the spare tire lock, $85. Of course, does require to have a spare tire to get this, but you can put a lock. What that does is where you need to crank it down and lower that tire, there's no lock on that. And so if you want the lock, you got to do this. And you can install that yourself. You wouldn't necessarily need the dealer to do it. So you can always get that from Ford Accessories. Wheel lock kit, that's going to take one of your lug nuts off of each wheel and replace it with a locking one for $90. So there you go. There's that. All right. So that's all of our equipment here for you. Now, if you're wanting, you can use our website to build out and go, you know what, I want these things. Hit the selection, right? Confirms it, right? And then tells you what it's going to be. You can screenshot that, take that to your dealer. That's really all your dealer would need to be able to order a vehicle through the ordering system. It's that simple, really. Now, if you want to order with us, fill this form out here. And then you can go ahead and do that. Fill this out that you want invoice pricing, submit it, and that comes to us, and it gets the ball rolling, gets us started, get us to a coordinator. Now, if you're not planning to order from us, you want to go from your local dealer, don't fill this out and submit it, because our coordinators will call you and email you because they assume you want to order a vehicle with us. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense right there. All right. That's what we have for this video. STX, I like it. We're probably going to order some of these here at the dealership for stock. And so we're looking forward to seeing those in person. And that new Argon Blue looks pretty cool. So there you go. So if you want to order, now you know, now you have the details. Don't forget, we're doing invoice pricing, $1,000 off if you finance with us, plus any incentives and everything. We know a little bit about how to protect your incentives or get you the incentives they were when you ordered the vehicle. Or if they're better when it comes in, we can give you those as well. So that's what we have for this video. Make sure you subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos as we continue through these build and price. Or if you order a vehicle, we do a scheduling video every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. So check those out as well. So until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.